How's everyone doing? I hope you're all enjoying your day and want to thank those of you who posted questions making this video possible. Let's begin. Is Gino Gabrielli, that was in the news recently in relation to the Gotti grandsons, the same individual who was involved with Peter Pan and the car torching? Yes, he is. And I posted a video regarding this topic. Gino Gabrielli was involved with the torching of the Mercedes and is currently facing other charges. Gino was a kid who in the past chose the wrong friends, ones who influenced some of the bad choices he's made. He recently made a solo bad decision. Nevertheless, he's still young enough to turn his life around and do more positive things with it. I only wish him the best and truly hope things work out for him. Are there ways wise guys can protect themselves from civil asset forfeiture? A lot of guys put assets in either their wives' or other relatives' names. But be that as it may, the government has been known to circumvent those legal loopholes. Most indictments end with forfeitures, which are extremely difficult to get around. You've mentioned that you once had a scheduled meeting with a member of another family at McDonald's. Was it common for guys to meet at nondescript places like this? The incident you're referring to is a night that I met with a West Side captain in the parking lot of a McDonald's. Meetings can basically be anywhere. I used to meet with a Gambino member at the Outback restaurant on Erskine Street in Brooklyn. And it's not so much where you're meeting, but more importantly, not to mention that meeting place on the phone. For example, you and the person you want to meet with will have a prearranged meeting spot and time. So neither of you need to talk or text about the location. Nonetheless, either phone can be tracked by the FBI regardless, but you try to be as cautious as you can. If an associate is chased, does he still belong to that family, or can another family freely place him on record? There have been incidents such as this that have taken place. Let's not forget, associates are disposable, and one that's chased by a family can be put on record with another family, with the mindset being, he was our headache, now he's yours. Could any member of the Lucchese family just show up at the Coddington Club, or would they have to be invited? For those not familiar, the Coddington Club was a Lucchese social club in the Bronx. I guess any Lucchese member was able to show up, uninvited. He may feel a little uncomfortable, but if he needed to see someone or was in the area, I don't see why he couldn't stop in. And there were no invitations, but it was rather who you went with or if you were told to go. After Big Paul's hit, why did the Gambino faction not do anything? The fact that Gotti didn't break that crew up was a sign he respected them. That's a matter of opinion. The Castellano hit was a shock and naturally unexpected. As far as the Castellano loyalists not doing anything, certain members were aware that Chin had every intention on taking revenge, so they sat back and let him take the lead. Obviously, they provided helpful information, like when Frankie DeChico was blown up, John Gotti was scheduled to be there that day, and the bomb was meant for him. Did you ever eat at Tredici in Chelsea? I've never eaten there. But Big John did and told me it was a nice place, which is co-owned by Freddie Boy Santarelli, a Lucchese captain. Just going from your video on Big John having his name on paper as an addict, here in the UK prisons, drug treatment is used to get remission on a sentence. Doesn't always work and means nothing on the out. Is it seen as something different in the world that you walked away from? As I've mentioned in the video, certain people will use programs to help them gain early release. As far as how that's viewed in life, it's never a good thing to be perceived as someone who's dependent on drugs, as you can imagine. But for the most part, it's understandable that people will use these programs to get themselves out. In a previous video, you mentioned Bruno Indelicato could never be made boss due to his father being murdered. However, in present day, could this still be a problem, as anyone who participated in the murder is presumably dead or in jail? As I've mentioned numerous times, this was told to me, and it's not an official rule. So if a family doesn't have an issue with putting a particular person in a boss position, they will. Are there any younger mobsters, when you were in the family, that are now coming up that would be future upper management material as they mature? During my time, none whatsoever, as there wasn't many younger guys who were members. There was just a few of us who were considered younger members, and I believe we were all in our 40s at the time. When you had incriminating conversations, where would you go to avoid audio surveillance? I'm not getting into the where, but one of the easiest ways to avoid having your conversation overheard or recorded is to not have any phones in the vicinity of wherever you're going to speak. And hopefully the person that you're speaking to is not wired. When you were in that life, did you have any celebrity or famous athlete acquaintances or close friendships? And if so, do you think you have had them had you not been involved in that life? Me personally, no, I did not. As far as friendships or relationships go, many, or rather most of them, are based off a person being a member of that life. Unfortunately, these friendships or relationships are not based off of sincerity. What was your last encounter with Dom Trissello like? Was there anything said that sticks with you to the present day? I've already explained what took place during my last encounter with Dom, which was at his wife's wake, so I'm not getting into that. But what sticks with me to this day is the Lucchese family was and is a family who falsely labels its members. What more can I say? The following question is not from YouTube. I notice you cover a lot on Italy. Is there a reason for this when most viewers couldn't care less? That's a matter of opinion. But anyway, the majority of what I decide to cover is recent news, with the operative word being decide, as it's mine to make. I'll agree with the fact that the majority of viewers don't care what goes on in Italy, but there are viewers, as well as myself, who do. For those people who have no interest, they don't have to watch. I don't know about other people, but if I go on YouTube and see a video I have no interest in, I keep it moving. I don't comment and ask the content creator why he or she is posting videos on that particular subject. Who does that? I guess people have a lot of time on their hands and are easily bothered. If you haven't liked this video yet, please take the time now and hit the like button, as it helps with YouTube's algorithm. Also, if anyone wants to show appreciation for videos like this, or help me to continue making them, you can donate by using the Super Thanks icon found below, or the PayPal Cash App links in the video's description. Let me quickly remind everyone of my blog, Sitdown News, especially those of you who, like myself, still enjoy reading. It can be found at sitdownnews.com and is a paid subscription. And for the final question, since you have been writing and making videos, is there a piece of media that you are most proud of? And if so, why? In all honesty, I was a high school dropout and only possess a high school equivalency diploma. So for me, someone with no formal college education and essentially self-taught by trial and error, all of the work I've created, both through writing and videos, are considered an achievement. And I'm proud of all of the work, and more importantly, I stand by it.